Attention all viewers, the program you are about to watch, Searching for Sasquatch, is for entertainment purposes. Accounts described by guests are claimed to be true and accurate. Some names have been changed to protect individual privacy. Jason Kenzie is an expert animal adventurer with 25 years of field experience. Caution and companionship is advised for all who venture into the deep forest or backcountry.
Pop, hurry up, come with me. You won't believe this. I'm about to meet this lady. Her name is Tammy. No, her name is Tanya. Okay, let's go back and do that again. Son of a bitch. Before I began my investigations into the lure of Bigfoot, I traveled the world meeting people who live with the most amazing animals. The dynamics that surround these forest giants is very complex.
Oh, this is so cool.
As a skeptic, I'm on a mission, an adventure of a lifetime, to find evidence that if these Bigfoot creatures are real, I can once and for all put my doubts aside and share with the world that that sound of that simple crack in the forest may not just be a chipmunk. My name is Jason Kenzie. These are my chronicles into searching for Sasquatch.
I hear something.
The Ocala National Forest is the second largest nationally protected forest in the U.S. state of Florida. Established in 1908, Ocala is the oldest national forest east of the Mississippi River. The Ocala National Forest is also known for having over 600 natural lakes and ponds. Between the river boundaries of this forest lies central highlands, coastal lowlands, swamps, and springs. There have been 19 sightings of the creature known as skunk ape in the Ocala Natural Forest, and that doesn't include the sightings that are never reported. We're going to the Indian burial grounds. Yeah. This is almost like an ATV trail, almost. Yeah. It's so narrow. But they found prints out here that had experiences with EVPs and UFOs and lights in the forest. Pam got carried off by Bigfoot. You know, simple stuff. Hi, my name is Jason Kenzie, and I've journeyed back to Florida to see if I can find any more evidence of the cryptids called skunk ape. This time, I've teamed up with Kathy Westerman and Pamela Esper. They are the leading skunk ape researchers in this area of Florida.
Hi, my name is Kathy Westerman, Bigfoot World Cryptids and the Paranormal Researchers of Central Florida. I was born and raised in Miami, Florida, moving to Gainesville, Florida in 1979. And then from there I moved to the Ocala National Forest, where I reside now for more than 30 years.
My name is Pamela Esper, and I'm from Claremont, Florida, and I'm with Central Florida Bigfoot World Cryptids of the Paranormal of Central Florida. We're researchers. We pretty much do Ocala National Forest.
I research in the Ocala National Forest as well. We do have a lot of weird stuff that goes on in our forest, and one time I casted this handprint here in August the 22nd of 2020. And I still research in this area, and it's a very active area.
Has there been a lot of good sightings out here?
Yeah, actually we have some pretty good stuff. UFO sightings we've had. We have a good thing coming out of a tree, looked like a orangutan. It was pretty good. At the Indian mounds. So we have some pretty good areas out here.
What is one of your most amazing Bigfoot experiences to date?
I've never actually had one yet. I've never seen one, so I want to see one. My family's seen them. I have never personally seen one yet. Hope so, one day.
And so where are you taking this damn Jason Kenzie guy with you?
We have a lot of experiences, paranormal-wise and Bigfoot-wise and creature-wise. So there's a lot of stuff going on in our woods. So Jason Kenzie is coming out with us for the week to go see if we can have any experiences out in our forest. And we're very happy to have them. I can't wait to show him some of the amazing structures that are in our area. I think he's going to be very impressed with them. I don't think he's seen anything like it yet. I just don't think so. So we're excited to get this on the road.
We're going to take Jason Kinsey to a couple good areas that we just had a couple good sightings. So we're going to take him there and show him around, and hopefully he'll get to see something good and not a chipmunk. We're going to show him a real one, real skunk ape. We hope, maybe.
Before venturing into the dense forest to search for evidence of the elusive skunk ape, I attend the cryptid event known as the Great Florida Skunk Ape Conference. Here, I aim to interview several eyewitnesses to gain a deeper understanding of this enigmatic swamp creatures. This gathering of information provided by these witnesses will be valuable insight that will guide my investigation into the possible lair of the skunk ape.
When I was a kid, my parents, my mom and my stepfather, we moved to North Carolina as a kid. I was about 7 years old. We drove all the way from Illinois and went all the way to North Carolina in the back of an El Camino, me and my 3 brothers. And when we got there, my stepfather was Native American. As soon as we got out and feet hit the ground to stretch, he said, "Stay out of the woods, there's a hairy man back there." About 3 weeks later, my mom and my stepdad were gone. They were gone for about 3 days. And we were running around this trailer that we were living in, and when we were running around it, we heard a scream, and so we kind of all came together. We ran around the back of the trailer and just kind of investigating what we heard. We got about 5 feet from the street, and there was a crack in the tree, and when we looked up, there was, at the time I didn't know anything about Bigfoot, but there was a Bigfoot up in the tree, crouched down on a branch with his arm wrapped around the tree, and his feet slid up against the tree, so he was kind of hanging like this on the branch. But when we looked up, he went to stand up, and when he stood up, that branch he was on broke, and he dropped straight down, landed about 5 feet from us.
My name is George DiGilio. As a young child, I had an encounter with a family of Bigfoot. I used to wander off in the woods, and I found this abandoned building in a swing set, and I used to swing on the swing, and the mother Bigfoot used to bring the baby down to watch me. And one day my father surprised me, took a photo, and we didn't realize they were in the picture. And then 45 years later, my daughter framed the photo and gave it to me, and that's when I discovered that and remembered my past of the encounter with the Bigfoot family.
Hi, I'm Kim. I'm from Ocala, Florida, and I'm a reseller. That's what I do for a living. I just recently quit my job.
Okay, so tell me your Bigfoot story.
Okay, it was a Sunday afternoon, and there was a few of us riding around in the woods, and there was a certain spot we would like to go to where the bears would rub on the culvert, so we would always turn the trucks off to kind of sneak up on them and maybe get a whiff of the bears. They used to love that smell. And there was also some dog boxes up there, so you'd always go check on your dogs. So we'd turn the truck off and we'd post down, and we were the first truck.
Was this daytime?
This was daytime, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a bright, sunny afternoon. It had been raining that morning, though. So we coasted up to the dog boxes, and as we got up there, I kind of looked around and I glanced this way, and I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all look.
Whoa, I have to stop there. So before delving deeper into her captivating narrative, I must share that Kim's story is truly enthralling. So off camera, I asked her if she could take me to the precise location where she encountered the skunk ape. Her willingness to revisit the scene of her sighting adds a profound layer of authenticity and intrigue to my investigation. The next morning, I headed out to meet up with Kimberly. I just knew in my heart today was going to be a great day.
I don't know what to call them.
Skunk ape.
Okay, because in Florida, that's what they.
Yeah, skunk ape is perfect. Okay, and clap. Okay.
Hi, I'm Kimberly, and I'm from Ocala, Florida. I grew up in Leesburg. We used to come out to the woods all the time, and I want to tell you about my encounter. It was about 25 years ago. We were coming up this road up here. There's a bear den up there, and we would come up that road so fast, we would turn the motors off and we would coast down, and there used to be a dog box over here. And we'd always come and check on the dogs, and we would always take a ride around the bombing range. And if it was raining, this way had some deep mud holes. So you definitely had to have four-wheel drive to go this way. This way was a smooth, easy ride. So when we come up to the road, I before we got out, I kind of looked, and I seen something in the road right up here. This road's now closed off. It wasn't closed off before. And it was just before the top of the hill up there. He was just walking. It was a big black image. It was bigger. It was bigger than a bear. I was so excited to see it. And I said, hey, y'all, look. And so we cranked up the truck and we sped up there as fast as we could, and we started to see the prints on the ground. We could no longer see him at this time. He darted off into the woods, and we could tell by the way his prints went, he darted into the bombing range, which when you're up here, all the animals run into the bombing range. If you're running dogs, that's where the deer always runs into. I guess they feel it's a safe place. There's no human sense in here. You're not supposed to go in the bombing range. Everybody knows that.
Were you a Bigfoot researcher?
No, we weren't even out here looking for Bigfoot. We were out here looking for mud holes. And I think we just kind of snuck up on him.
I'm back out into the forest here. We're gonna see if we can find any of these incredible tree structures. That was graceful. See, this is the thing. The creaking, especially at night, would really freak you out, right? And when your imagination is going crazy and you're looking for a big giant monster, that little creak is like 100 times louder and scarier. So this is one thing you have to try and debunk is, the creaking of the trees.
So in this area where we're standing right here, Pam and I had walked in here and we had the GoPro going, and we said, we just love this area. And all of a sudden we couldn't hear it when we were there. We heard it looking back at the footage, but we heard, hello, hello, just like that. And they do have it recorded.
Was it like a female voice?
No, it was a male voice. It was definitely a male voice. I just love this area. Yeah. Look at that. We were being watched, and someone knows how to say hello, hello. So that's when you hear voices come through a recorder or what have you. This one is pushed over to hold that one down. In between it, you have that hanging little branch right there. It's kind of clipped in there. Then you have that break there going up and down like that, and you have this.
This is interesting. Take a look at this. So, still not saying it was made by Bigfoot, but it's unique how if you look around, this is in a complete cluster so to speak. But if you look at the ground is, this one's jammed in the ground. This one looks like it's jammed. I mean, it's neat looking. I wish I saw what made it. It's probably a raccoon or one of the Florida alligators. They learn fast. The structures are interesting, but the fact that they're not very big, just makes you wonder that a human made them. I know I keep saying it over and over again, but here's another X. It's funny, you see X's all over the place if you are looking for X's. We spent a few more hours looking around, and not finding too much, we decided to head back to our vehicles. Yeah, just getting in and drive away without me. As we traveled through the Florida woods towards our next location, I got to thinking, I've heard that there are alligators everywhere in Florida. I'm not sure if that is true, so we stopped at a local wildlife refuge to see if I can spot any alligators. Jesus, that's not a sound you hear here.
She's scared because her eggs. She's scared.
So that sound is what you don't want to hear from an alligator. Wow, now that was exciting. That was a huge gator. But you know what? I'm not convinced yet. Just because I found one alligator in this area doesn't mean that gators are everywhere. So we stopped at a water hole to take a dip. Here I'll see if I can spot any gators from being in the water. As I moved through these lily pads, I did see an alligator swim by, and yes, it was nerve-wracking, but I must be careful of snapping turtles. They can be just as dangerous.
Yep. We're going to go up the road a little bit, and I found another path, and I'd like to check that out, because everyone went down that one time.
Cool. Kathy's going to take us to another area, so we can also die over there of the heat exhaustion. This is going to be so much fun.
Here we go.
This is probably one of my favorite research areas, but we had one come right in front of us here. We actually heard it run through the woods. Two of the researchers did see it.
Before we head into this snake and spider-infested jungle, I'd like to introduce you to James C. Whitfield and Rebecca Rollerson. They're also a member of this team. Hi, James.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Great.
I hear that you have some incredible skunk ape encounters to tell me.
Yeah, I'm James Whitfield, and at the time I was a student in high school. I was 17 years old.
And was it during that time that you had your encounter?
Yes, it was.
Tell me about it.
All right, what it was is I was like a jock in school, so I had to have my little nerd buddies help me with my studies to keep me going. And I used to take them out, take them to the beach, take them camping, take them on hikes, different things in the woods, because they'd never done that kind of stuff before. Never had anybody would do that with them.
What do you see?
What do I see? What I felt, there's something there and something there, watching.
So what do you do for the team?
What do I do for the team?
Yep. Oh, for the group. What do you do for the group?
I'm on the Gulf Coast.
First, tell me your name.
My name's Rebecca Rollerson, and I research in the Wissapoochee Forest, Gothi Forest, Chassawitzka, some different places that they don't access as readily as I can.
So I had these two guys go out with me one night down behind Juniper Springs, and I had a little spot there that I like to camp at. It was a little spring with a big log by it, and I've been out there several times. So we was out there that night and doing our thing, having cookout and everything, sitting around talking. And I happened to look up and I seen this guy standing out just outside of Firelight. At the time we had the hippie groups camping out there all the time.
Hippies back then?
Yeah, oh yeah.
No.
I kind of thought, well, maybe it was one of them guys checking us out.
And then basically I'm a contributor to the group, my findings and the creatures that I've taken pictures of.
Have you seen Bigfoot in person?
Yes.
And what happened?
Nothing. They just step out from behind a tree and look at me, and I look at them. And I don't say anything or do anything. I'm not one of those that whistles and bangs on trees. They're checking me out, and I'm checking them out. That's basically what happens. Now, sometimes it's happened where they're so far away, you're like, what the heck is that? That looks like a person. I can't really tell what that is.
I kept watching, and he was circling our camp, just staying outside of Firelight. And you couldn't really see him too good, but it was like a dark shadow moving around out there. And he went around us a couple of times, and then he stopped off by this one big tree. And he just stood there. And these other two guys were just freaking out. They couldn't handle it anymore. One of them even pissed all over himself.
Really?
Oh yeah, he did a number. And he was about to panic, and everybody else. And
so was he thinking that it was a Sasquatch?
we didn't know what it was.
Oh.
We thought it was somebody getting ready to come in and try to take our stuff. And then you don't never know what somebody would do out in the middle of nowhere, And at the time, I told them to make sure that they brought a gun, and I had me a gun. I had a single shot, 12 gauge, with a 3-inch slug inside, magnum load. And I hollered at the guy and told him, I said, you need to get out of here and leave us alone. Well, he just stood there. I said, I got a gun. Now, I will shoot if you try to come in here, because we were panicking. I mean, I was scared too, pretty scared. And the guy started making walks toward us. So I shot him right in the stomach with that slug.
Wait, so you saw, how close did you see?
Probably 20 yards.
So you still couldn't tell if it was a human or if it was...
I just knew it was a big guy.
Yeah.
And that's the way I thought.
So when you shot
I've
him...
never seen a Bigfoot before.
So when you shot him, you just thought it was a human?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was a big guy. I knew I couldn't take him. He was big.
Did he make a noise after you shot him?
It just like a little grunt, and then he sat down on the ground, doubled over and sat down on the ground, and then rolled behind a tree.
That is, but you get a picture, and yeah, it sure was. But yeah.
Were you scared?
No.
No?
No. No, I've never, there's only been once or twice looking back at the picture and I see something. And one time I think they sort of baited a trap, and I've seen it a couple times where they will take a branch or something, they strip all the bark off. They like white markers. White markers stand out in the moonlight. And it was hanging between the trees, and I've got the photographs to prove it. Must have been on spider webs or something. It looked like it was floating in the air. So of course your first instinct is you're going to go up and you're going to look at that. And I have a picture where one's about where Kathy is behind the tree. And you can see him looking out. He had spiky hair.
Well, I'm sitting there looking, don't know what to do next. I loaded another round. And I told them guys, I said, just calm down. Let's sit with our backs to each other until daylight.
You didn't think of going over there?
I didn't want to get out there because it was dark. I mean, it was like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night.
You didn't have flashlights?
Yeah, but I didn't think. You know, all I knew is I didn't want to lead a fire. And things that I knew to do was to sit with your back to each other with your guns pointing outward in case something tried to come in on us. Yeah. Well, safe light come along, and we got up and ran as hard as we could to the car. We took off and went down toward Highway 40, and there's a big fire tower there. Just happened to be a game warden sitting there.
Yeah.
So I'm not ashamed of anything, so I drove up there to him and told him what happened. So he chewed us out big time because we had guns and a no-gun zone and all that. It's breeding grounds for deer. And I told him, I said, I've camped there all my life. I said, I've never shot anything. I'm a hunter, but I don't go hunting there. I know better than. I said, I got it for protection.
Yeah.
Because of bears, panthers, I've run across all that stuff out there. He took us out there, and he walked all the way around the camp with us. We didn't see a footprint or anything out there.
And
the place was clean.
And the thing that you shot had run off?
And it wasn't there. No blood, no footprints, nothing. Except for where we were at, you could see all of our scuffle and our fire pit and everything. So he loaded us back up and took us back out there, back to the fire tower, and told us that he wasn't going to get us for nothing. He said, I could take your guns and everything, but I won't do it. He said, just don't talk about it. As far as you're concerned, nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
He got in his truck and left. So we got in my car, we drove off and went back. About 2 weeks later, I was going to Daytona. I happened to see him out there at the fire tower again, so I pulled off out there and I asked him, I said, hey, did y'all ever find a body? Or did anybody ever report to a hospital or something or anything? Because I don't know what I shot.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I don't know who you are. I said, well, I know you because I see your name. He said, I ain't talked to you before. He said, the best thing you could do is shut your mouth, don't talk to nobody, and just head on down the road.
Yeah.
Like, were they trying to grab me? I did have my dog with me.
Yeah.
Were they trying to grab me? I don't know, but it was something to draw your attention, like a spider does.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting there and I'm wanting to argue with him, but I knew better. And I just got in my car and I went on to Daytona.
Yeah.
Never heard nothing else about it. But we were definitely scared that night. And this guy was big. I mean, after that, I started checking into things. And that's when I found out about Bigfoot. And I've been looking for them and seeing them and everything ever since.
So do you think that what you shot was a Bigfoot?
It had to have been. That was big. I mean, after I got thinking about it and everything, there is no way it could have been a human. That thing was too big to be a human. He was like probably 3 times as wide as I am, and he had to be at least 8 foot tall. I mean, he was monster. And it wasn't a bear.
Is there a place out here that you're going to take me where there could be Bigfoots?
Oh, there is Bigfoot everywhere we go, just about. You can't go anywhere out here without running across one. We got them in pictures and everything. We've had them standing right beside of us and never knew it. And it shows up in the pictures.
Thank you so much for your story.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm following this game trail and seeing the Bigfoot markers as I go.
Here's your X on the ground. Oh yeah, that's making an A. There's your A. And what that means, I don't know, but there's an X.
See
it's not a random pattern.
See the X with the extra piece across the middle? That's showing.
This isn't the first time I've seen this kind of tree structure on the ground. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
When you see them there, that means Big Daddy was in this area. That's his marker.
That's interesting. I was up in Michigan with Dave Dominique exploring the deep forest, and we came across a similar structure laid out on the ground. What do they mean? Or better yet, what made it? This is what I'm talking about. Like this stuff. How did I walk past it? I didn't see this.
Yeah, that's really cool.
There's no spider webs. Oh wait, is that spider web? Yeah, there's spider webs
right there.
on it. So it's been here for a while. So it's like a marker, right?
Marker for the trail.
Yeah.
So maybe this is a pivotal point. Maybe you can head out that way.
Yeah. And then we got that one that goes straight down, just been leaned on it.
Oh hell
then
no.
we have one that's alive.
No.
What?
I just saw eyes of some sort right there.
One down.
Right there.
How far?
Matt.
Where?
Right there.
There is something out here with us. It's not a porcupine or a raccoon because I saw it 6 feet high off the ground and it went behind a tree. The fact that we've been hearing these, whatever they are, on either side of us just tells me that they're intelligent. They're not mean or nothing because we're still alive. So Matt felt something run up on him, right? Yeah. And I felt something run up on me, like instantly, like really fast. I jumped. I thought one of you guys were right beside me. Then Matt felt it right away, instantly. Beside me is what I call a spider web tree structure. So
Okay.
let's find the trail and get out of here.
I'm gonna need somebody with a good light because my light is almost dead.
Oh my God! Look what we're on. Are you kidding me? Okay, are you
I'm
guys?
sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait,
I didn't mean to step on you.
Wait, are you?
No.
Wait, are you guys sure that there aren't people that come back
No,
here?
I've never seen anybody.
People are gonna come back.
This is a symbol of some kind.
What is this?
What?
This is definitely boxed in, you guys. It is definitely.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
Okay.
Look at all these angles.
Okay, guys. So
someone built this.
Get out your GPS and figure out which
Yeah.
Okay, I'm straight. That's what I'm trying to.
Okay.
I need to go straight.
We have to get out of here.
This is why we stay off trails, because when we have structures that are close to a trail, anything is suspect. When you have humans driving down here with ATVs or hiking, anything is suspect on a trail. That's what I feel. So that's why we stay off trail. So when we see something far away from humans, it's more
The knowledge about these skunk ape creatures that Kathy was telling me was very interesting. But then all of a sudden, James told me something that blew me away.
I've seen all kind of orb, UFO type orb things. It was more solid than like energy orb. I've even seen some of the tanker UFO things going through the woods out here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. But there's no trails there. There's no roads.
What's the closest a UFO's got to you?
Like from here to some of them trees right there, they're always in the tree line.
So, do you see metal?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, some of them are colored, some of them are just plain silvery, a dull silver color.
Have you ever thought of just walking up and hitting it to see?
I wasn't that close to them.
Oh no?
Yeah, it was hard to get in there, so I'd have to work a way around, because I'd think it was somebody driving through with a water tank.
I couldn't imagine being that close to a UFO. Hopefully something like that might happen to us on this expedition. Maybe tonight. Everything was progressing smoothly until we encountered something that I'm certain was influenced by the relentless forces of climate change.
Oh, this is awful. This is awful. Oh my God, you are not going to believe this. There's no water. Unbelievable. Oh my God. I'm sad. I'm sad. This was full of water.
Yeah, we can now walk up to the gators.
Oh yeah, there's no gators in here now.
Well, they probably are. They're just under the mud.
Oh my God. It's unbelievable. I can't believe this.
No claws on that. Look right up there, that's a bear, see it?
As we made our way back to the vehicle, it didn't take long for Kathy to notice an intriguing tree structure. Its unusual formation stood out against the natural backdrop, hinting at the possibility of something extraordinary.
You also have your little floater in here, and it's wedged in there, and it goes under the on top of this one, and this goes over that one, and it's clipped in right here in between these two.
What do you think it means?
It could not have fell in there. It could not have fell in there. It had to be
I think it
placed.
could be like a resting area. I believe that maybe under here is a little resting area, or hey, this is my spot, or hey, I'm gonna leave the kids here. Who knows what it means, but it's definitely something to me. Because you got your brake, your tuning fork, it's clipped down, your stick, and it's all wedged in there.
It's jammed in the ground. They say that it's been here a while.
And you got the X on this side.
And then we got this one that is, definitely placed. This one's placed. The only problem I have is we're on a well-used hiking trail, an ATV trail, looks like. So, I mean, it is off a trail. A lot of accidents have been seen off the trails.
Could be suspect.
But,
Yep.
because it's next to a hiking trail, I mean, a human could easily have made it. After an arduous day of scouring the sweltering wilderness for any trace of these elusive cryptids, we made our way back to our vehicles. All right, here we go. Now we abide our time until nightfall, when the veil of darkness will shroud the forest and our search can continue under the cover of night. But before we could get to our camping location, we came across a creature that is almost as elusive as a skunk ape.
Way away from the pond. Oh my God, he's in trouble. He is in big trouble. It's a snapping turtle, watch out. Their necks come out, man.
How far?
Where your hands are? Really? Yes, they got long necks, man, watch out. I ain't kidding.
Yeah, be careful with that.
They got long necks.
Oh, it looks hurt though.
They go by it.
It looks hurt.
It is hurt, it's in trouble. There's no water around here, They have very long necks. Here's the problem, there's no water here. It's all dried up. That's why he's...
Though. It is wet.
Go from the way back. The way back. Back further. Back further.
This is a soft-shelled turtle. It's quite far away from the water. They can stretch their necks right back and possibly bite me. They can be aggressive. This guy is huge and beautiful and quite heavy.
Get some water, but Tim T's gonna get him and put him in. All right, good job. All right, buddy.
Like he's a smart guy. He put the gloves on.
All right.
I'm gonna keep him low to the ground. That way, if he tries to bite me, I can drop him easily. Just he can stretch his neck later.
I think bite. He's stronger. Put his hand out and go. Hi, buddy. Oh my God, what a great picture. Great. Buddy. No worries.
This is one of the biggest things I love about doing my documentaries and searching for Sasquatch and being out with these teams that are very knowledgeable, kind-hearted. They want to save animals just like I do. This little guy, he probably would have died.
He would have died.
Quite a ways away from the water, and we're bringing him back to the swampy lake that's all dried up. But the mud is soft enough, he should be able to get some moisture. If it wasn't for Tim T and his gloves, yeah, because I sure wouldn't wear gloves, but we may not have been able to do this.
Look at him go.
Go, Forrest.
We need to probably get him in there.
Yeah. Oh, we need someone's gloves again to kind of.
There you go, buddy. It's dry.
There we go.
Go. He's got to get out there. What is that?
Now you can go and get taken by an alligator.
There's a hunting area out there I like to go to, but I don't really go out there that much.
This area here is right in the center of what they call the Bigfoot Triangle in this Ocala National Forest area. It goes from Salt Springs to Fort McCoy to Ocklawaha, which is Salt Springs is east of us, Fort McCoy is west of us, and Ocklawaha is south of us.
So we're in the middle of it.
And we're right slap dab in the middle of it in this campsite area.
Well, this has been such an amazing skunk ape adventure. These ladies and James, they have been so much fun, and they really go into the forest. And you have to be very careful because there's spiders and venomous snakes. These banana spiders, they're everywhere in there. So you have to be very careful. You'll be walking and you get a web in the face, and before you know it, you'll have one giant female spider with like 5 or 6 smaller male ones walking all over you. Doesn't feel good. It's not over yet. Tonight, we're gonna be going into the forest once again to see if we can find any evidence of these cryptids. Hopefully we find something. What am I standing here talking to a camera? Let's get out there. Come on, hurry up. I'm gonna meet this lady. Her name is Tammy. She has an incredible Bigfoot encounter. Oh, hey Tammy, don't step on that. She's out here all by herself. Tammy, hi, how are you?
Hi, great, how are you?
Good.
My name is Tammy Grimes, and when I was 4 years old, I was looking out my bedroom window one night. I enjoyed looking at, in the wintertime, looking at the frost on the ground, and my bedroom window was approximately 6 feet off the ground, and I saw an animal coming toward my window. It was taller than me, so it was actually looking down on me, and as it passed by within maybe 10 to 12 feet, I made eye contact with the animal. I could see the iris and the pupil of the eye. I could see the sclera of the eye. I could see where the skin on the face began to be covered with hair on its face, the massive size of its shoulders. The animal was walking this way, and it turned, it rotated at the hips to look at me as it was walking by. It was almost like it was gliding on the ground. It had such a smooth gait. It didn't bounce, and it moved with such an incredible amount of speed. It was hunched over, but it was not walking quadrupedally. It was but its hands were very close to the ground. It would have been very easily for it to move into quadrupedal motion. It didn't. It ran off at such a high rate of speed that what terrified me the most about the encounter, and what I remember to this day, is that I knew that there was no way it would be humanly possible to outrun this animal if it came after you. It was indescribably fast. I got out of bed and went and told my parents that I had seen a monster in the yard. I didn't know what it was, but it was very big. And my parents, of course, in 1971 had never heard the term Bigfoot, so they thought I was having a dream and sent me to bed. What I came to realize is that at 4 years old, there is a such thing as a monster. Monsters are real. And that my parents didn't know this, which meant my parents didn't know everything. And I had nightmares for the next 25 years about that encounter with that animal.
So do you remember the hair?
I do. It was very, very dark, black or brown. I remember seeing hints of like a reddish, just as the porch light was shining through the hair, I could see just a hint of red, but it was very, very dark brown, if not black, mixed with a little bit of red.
Well, that's such an incredible story. And I want to say thank you so much for telling me this.
My pleasure.
So behind me is where they usually go in. This is one of the spots. We're not going to go in tonight, but I just wanted to check it out, maybe go 10 feet. Just listen to those bugs. It's beautiful out. I need to get a flashlight, some bug spray, because there's lots of ticks. Not that it doesn't matter. I've had fucking so many ticks on me on this expedition already. This is so much fun. I love this. Hello. Hello, is there any skunk apes in this neck of the woods? Can you scream at me? Oh, look at the stars. Yeah, we can go for a little walk in there. Spray me down.
Yep.
Spray me down.
Ticks won't get on you. Hold it. Hold your breath or close your eyes and watch your camera.
What was only supposed to be a 5-minute walk in the forest turned out to be much longer than anticipated. But what we found was incredible. I'm going green. This is the first time I've used the green light while I'm doing an expedition, but
Probably could turn them off, Pam. That'd be a good idea.
You guys want to turn those lights off?
Thank you. Hey, look.
oh, it is thick. It's very thick in here.
Hold on. What?
Yeah, it's very thick in here.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see what's going on. I gotta see something. What? Oh, here. Come this way. I think this tree fell. Hey guys. Can I show you a spider?
What's that?
I'm gonna show you a spider.
Oh, she finds them. I don't know. She's good at it.
I like finding spiders. Here it is. There it is. He's right there. You see him? See him? He's right there. See him? He's right there.
Oh yeah. How the hell did you? She actually found a big spider from like 40 feet away.
I know, she does.
Look at the size of that one.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Okay, put that light on there.
Yeah, keep an eye on your face because they go right at you.
Do they?
I mean, those cobwebs will be right in your face.
Yeah, but this one's not a cobweb. This is a.
Oh no, she finds them.
Yeah, that's a little spider. I just found him. He's easy to find. Sniffed him out.
New.
This is new, Pam. This was not here. I can tell you this right now. This was probably pushed over by a bear.
I wanted to show him that nice structure.
This is dug into the ground.
Yep.
It's almost like it was put across here
It could have been.
for, us not to be here.
Oh, absolutely. Everything.
Maybe. Oh, I'm too old for this. Okay.
It is very freaky in here.
Very quiet. Listen. Yeah, there's some nice structures. There's some real good structures right there.
Where?
Right where you're at. You just see them better in the day, but there's some on the left. There's good structures.
I lost the spider, but I'm looking. Oh, here, I found another one. Now we gotta try to find the trail. We probably shouldn't have went off trail in the dark.
You want me to stop? Keep going? Okay. I love it. I love it here.
Well, you want to go to World?
Yeah. I don't care. I mean,
You should find it.
It's okay. I'm used to getting lost. Don't anyone follow me.
Okay, we'll follow you.
yeah.
The reason why all these spider webs are ruined is because of the rain.
Yeah.
That's why. If we were here like before the
Before the
rain,
rain.
they would all be like beautiful, like perfect spider webs.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Okay, I'm lost. This is the path. We want to go the other way. We want to go that way.
We do?
Yeah.
We didn't come that way though.
I don't
did
know.
we? We didn't.
It looks so different.
Fuck,
I don't
lost
think so.
again
Oh,
in the
gosh.
Florida forest. Yeah.
I hope so.
You know what? Maybe I should like change the name of this to Searching for Sasquatch, the Spiderweb Forest. My name is Jason Kenzie, and I have embarked on a journey to the heart of Florida, to the enigmatic Ocala National Forest, where hikers and campers have reported sightings of creatures that they have aptly nicknamed the skunk ape. In this mysterious wilderness, I had the privilege of meeting Kathy Westerman and Pamela Esper. They are the foremost skunk ape researchers in this region. As we are investigating an area, we got ourselves turned around in the darkness.
Whoa. Damn. There's an echo go in front of me. I can tell by my light. It shines in my light. Echo.
Well, look at that tree structure.
Yep. That's a great one. Yeah, this is one of the spots. Okay, so let me look here.
So that is a really neat tree structure.
Look at how it's been up there.
Yeah.
That's good.
This is where I got the handprint right here.
Oh yeah?
Right here, behind you. This is awesome.
This place is awesome. This is a great spot.
This is the kind of tree structure I love to find. Clearly you can see that it was made by something that had hands. I had to get a closer look at this. This tree is still alive, so this one is still alive, right? But that one is not. When I mean alive, I mean this is still in the ground. This is still in the ground, but this here is just fucking jammed into the ground, and that one is too. Yeah, this is a pretty good tree structure.
Yeah.
Little spiders all over the place.
I can't find my rock.
This is a good one.
Yeah.
This is a good tree structure. Still, I'm not saying it's made by Bigfoot, but it's definitely. And it takes 1 or 2 humans could probably make this.
They were right here. My rock is on them. They're on the base of the tree.
It's so dark, it's hard to tell where they are.
Well, they're right here. Right here.
So we are not on a trail.
No, we're not.
No,
This
we're
is
not.
the trail.
Well, this is cool. Only a few hundred feet from the first structure, we came across another structure.
I want to say one was that. One is right on. Look at this. Look at that. See if anything moves. At times there has been. These were actually broken in half. These were whole. These were one whole necklace. And we come back and they were on the ground broke. And that's happened in a couple of our areas. This is holding this down like that, a pointer. Look at this, pointer. This, pushing it down, this, clipped in, this, on this is new. Where's the bucket?
So that's a pointer, right?
That's a pointer, yes, pointing that way.
So maybe there's another tree structure over here. The night was getting late, and after finding no more structures, we decided to turn in. We're heading back to the vehicle. So far, this expedition into this forest darkness has been so amazing, but I do know that this is going to be my last night here, exploring the forest for any signs of these skunk ape. So Kathy and Pamela have set up a night hike with a bunch of people they met from the Great Florida Skunk Ape Conference. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of going out into the darkness with more than 5 people, but they introduced me to 2 researchers that right away I connected with. There we go. You can barely see her in the back there. I'm with Troy, and we're heading to this area. The ladies are in front of us. We're following them, and we're going to go into an area called the Indian Mounds, right?
Yes.
I was there earlier today. Now we're going to go back at night. Ooh, at night. You never know. We might capture some howls or maybe find some footprints. In fact, maybe we might even get, a sighting of one of these creatures. So, 2, 3, clap. Perfect. Okay, and go ahead.
Okay, so the way we got started, at least for me.
You gotta do your name.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Troy Palmer. I currently am a 7th grade civics instructor.
I'm Desi Herter, and I'm a director of operations at a local university.
And this is our Bigfoot experience.
So how did you get started?
For me, I was a hunter, and I had 1 year that I just took off from work, and I was going out to this one area and just going out there every week. And then strange things started happening. A thump. It sounded like a great big thud behind me when I was hunting. Nothing was there, couldn't figure out what it was. It couldn't have been another hunter. And just odd things, a grunt growl. You'd hear a growl in the distance. Very strange occurrences happen. So that led me to going to a Bigfoot conference.
I had a grandfather who helped raise my brother and I when we were very young, and he always taught us to believe in things that weren't quote-unquote normal. So he was always a believer in ghosts, UFOs, Sasquatch, sea creatures. And so instead of, being raised on fairy tales and those types of stories, he would tell us about things he read and researched when we were very young in the 80s. And so I kind of grew up gaining an interest through a family member. That same group of family, my cousins believe in the same stuff, and based on being raised that way. I'm originally from Western Pennsylvania, so a very rural part of PA. Spent a lot of time in the woods growing up as a kid, climbing trees, playing, you name it. And when I had an opportunity to move to Florida for my current occupation, I too sought out the local community and found the first Greater Florida Bigfoot Conference and attended that one. And lo and behold, here we are almost 4 years later.
So what is the most amazing experience that you've had with Bigfoot?
Wow, you want to talk about the encounter?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, all right.
I think that's the most monumental.
Yeah, there's no question.
So far.
We had just met, we got together. Actually, Desi called me on a Thursday night, said, hey, Troy, what are you doing tomorrow? You want to go out? And I go, yeah, absolutely, let's go. Where do you want to go? We figured out a place that we wanted to go. We went to this location, we met there, and we hit the trail going in. At that point, a whistle happened. As a hunter, I blew it off. Now, you got to remember, it's 4:30 in the morning. There shouldn't be any birds talking. There shouldn't be anything. I just blew it off.
On a Friday too. So Friday, people are working, you know, the availability to be out and about doing those types of
There was nobody there at the trailhead.
Yeah, we were the only cars.
Right, and Des brought my attention to it. She says, there's a whistle. I'm like, that's nothing. Wow, I've been hunting for years. I know this stuff.
That was in his head, the hunting in years part.
Absolutely.
But we have it all on audio of him pretty much not shushing away what had happened or what I thought we may have heard, but kind of disregarding it.
Yeah, that was in my head.
Yeah.
As we walked forward, she heard it again, and I was listening. And that time I'm like, wait a minute, you're right. That does sound human.
Did you whistle back?
We did not whistle back. We stopped and we listened for another one. Nothing happened. And the odd thing was that as we moved, it moved. So it stopped whistling where it started, and then a new whistle. And as we moved further down the road, again, the whistles paralleled us at this point. We stopped. I pulled out my IR, my infrared, and I'm looking around. I can't see anything. There's nothing there. I don't see anything. Nothing.
And at the time, all we had for nighttime investigations was the IR. We hadn't invested in thermal at that point, which after that is when things changed and we pretty much upped the equipment game.
What we are doing right now is staying back from everyone else. And we're going to wait till they get a little bit further, and then we're going to, see if there's anything, stalking us, basically.
Let's see if they have an interest in the group in front of us.
We have a professional spider killer in front of us. The way he hits those spider webs are just amazing. We pay him 10 cents per spider web.
He's already made about $1.
Good job, good job. As soon as Desi and I did a couple howls, Desi heard strange talking coming from the forest behind us. Then all of a sudden, the forest came alive, catching us off guard. So, some people think that Bigfoots imitate owls, and they communicate that way. Well, that was the talking. Wow, that's incredible. So now we're heading back to the vehicles. We're going to be turning in for the night. And it was quite an interesting evening. Found lots of animal tracks, bear, bobcat, maybe possible turtle track. We were seeing something, quite big in the distance, up in a tree. Maybe a porcupine. You guys have porcupine here?
Yes.
Okay, it could be a porcupine. I don't know. Anyway, it's just fun being in the forest with new friends and just enjoying, just the atmosphere and getting outside. That's very important. Before we could arrive back to our vehicles, someone spotted something concerning in the shadows of the forest. We're looking at red eyes. Whatever was there is gone now, or at least it stopped moving. Did you guys see anything?
No, I haven't seen it yet on this.
Nothing yet?
I saw the red light with my eyes. So.
You did?
Yeah.
I did too.
Did you see it too?
Yes.
What, two of them? Or one?
I saw one.
Yeah, one.
Yeah.
And it was just
I saw one. It was way far up in there.
Way far.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that?
I heard it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there is something moving over here. I moved closer to the dense forest, hoping to see whatever was giving off the red lights. Hello? Just want to be your friend. When suddenly... Nothing, just a bee or something hit me in the face. Sure enough, I was looking at a ball of red light moving in the darkness. I looked at the people I was with, and everyone around me were stunned. I've seen these red lights before, so I did what any normal blonde-haired photojournalist would do. I ran towards it, even if it means running smack dab into a 900-pound, 10-foot-tall monster of nightmares.
Hey, who's there? Hello? 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 What's that? Oh, Bobby. How's it going? What you doing? We're wondering about the red light. Here I'm chasing the roof with a... I mean, thanks for coming.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna let you run up under by yourself.
Thanks, man. When I looked over my shoulder, I was so relieved to see that Tim T had followed me, risking his own safety. We didn't know what we were chasing after. It was at that moment our respect for him grew tenfold.
You bastard, you!
I'm not sure exactly why Bobby didn't yell out right away when I first yelled. Who is that? I'm just glad nobody was injured.
When I walked
I mean, heck, it's hard to get blood off these new shoes I just bought.
I was running towards you. I was like, hey,
Yeah,
hey, hello, hey.
When I heard Kathy say, "Don't, no, they may have a gun," I'm like, it's about, and 'cause, yeah, I do have a gun.
Oh.
See, that would have got my gun drawn. If somebody would have aggressively approached me like that.
Exactly. And when I heard Kathy say, "No, don't, they might have a
"Where's
gun,"
the
I'm
red
like,
light?
"Oh, wait,
Where's
no,
the
it's
red
me."
light?" You know?
So that might be the red eye shine, maybe, that you saw, maybe?
I was up 200 yards in front of you.
That's you what we kept seeing.
Everybody stopped to look at the spiders, and I kept moseying down the trail.
Another sun has set, making the end of yet another enthralling Bigfoot adventure. I must say, exploring the vast Florida forests with my newfound friends, Kathy, Pamela, Tim, Kim, and all the others who joined me on this expedition was an unparalleled experience. But during my journey, it was scary to see the profound impact of rapid climate change on our ecosystem. This phenomenon makes me think that maybe in the years to come, as it gets warmer, these elusive skunk ape creatures may start migrating northward to cooler climates. Well, my time here has been unforgettable and filled with moments that I will cherish forever. However, my quest for answers to the world's greatest mystery must continue. Now I can't help but notice a particular presence behind me. Can someone call security? It seems like I have a stalker behind me.